Okay, since we're talking a prequel that takes place in World War I had to kind of squander up what I could find. I think I did pretty good, all things considered, right? Right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's get to it. The Kingsman. So, The Kingsman is not a sequel to Kingsman, but a prequel that takes place in World War I. It stars Ralph Fiennes, Harris Dickerson, and Jaimin Hunsu. After a tragic incident, a very rich aristocrat and his house hands basically kind of come together to work with the British government to take down this table of very, very evil people that are trying to basically fix the victory of World War I. That's all I'm going to say, because there's a lot more geopolitics actually included within the story of the movie. So that's pretty much what I'm going to give to you. And for a lot of people, they were really wanting a third installment of the Kingsman series. So when this came out, a lot of people were really confused. I, on the other hand, even though it is a prequel, I was still looking forward to it because it's still more of the Kingsman universe, or at least the Kingsman world, and I wanted to see kind of what they were going to do with that. Ralph Fiennes does a fantastic job in this movie. He pretty much, in some ways, is kind of like the Harry from the first movie. That's what Ralph Fiennes is in this, and he does a great job, as always, doing a lot of the dramatic moments and really helming and taking the forefront on the action scenes. I honestly wasn't anticipating how well he was going to do, and he did absolutely great. Jaimin Hunsu is always great to see, and movies like these, he's always really, really good. And it's kind of like the really quiet butler who is like the master of a lot of things that you never would have anticipated. I'm probably going to butcher this. Rhys Ifan, who plays Rasputin in the movie, is absolutely electric. I don't know much about Rasputin, but the way he is portrayed in this movie is absolutely evil, but in a very cooked, over-the-top kind of way. And it's really hard. Like, he is absolutely entertaining to watch, and also is really unsettling as well. He does a fantastic job playing as Rasputin. Like the other two Kingsman movies, there's a few twists I did not see coming, but that's also because I didn't realize that they mention basically what happens in this movie in the first Kingsman movie. My brother had to point that out to me when I watched it the first time, and I felt like such a dummy. But having not realized that, it made for a great and bittersweet surprise. Also, this plays a lot differently than the other two until towards the very end climactic fight. Does it start to become more like what the Kingsman series is known to be for the most part? This movie actually plays out more like a period drama almost, and it in some ways is kind of a nice welcome, and is almost, I don't want to say a palate cleanser, but it definitely is almost like a stripped back to basics, boots on the ground sort of reintroduction to the franchise, and kind of breathes a lot more life into the franchise as well. And to me, when the movie wrapped, I kind of wanted to see more of this period piece, like where would the Kingsman society go from here? Like, I kind of want to see where it would go into World War II, or like the 50s or 60s, and so on and so forth. I kind of wanted to see a lot more with the franchise from the period perspective. As much as I love like the current like spy world, James Bond, the sort of way that the modern Kingsman is, I was really interested and fascinated and drawn to the more grounded, realistic sort of Kingsman approach that this movie has. I think that's my biggest takeaway from this movie, is just how much I actually was still, despite it not being the outlandish, over-the-top spy love letter that the modern ones are, I was still really enjoyed and was fascinated by the more grounded, period piece take that this movie does. And it's probably controversial, but I don't care. I liked The Kingsman a lot more than a lot of others did. I still think it's a very solid installment in the Kingsman series, and it's not one I think that should be missed. I think it's a welcome spin-off of the franchise, and one I honestly wouldn't mind seeing a continuation of. With that being said, guys, that kind of wraps up all the Kingsman movies. I'm really excited to see Argyle February 1st. I'll try to make a review as soon as I can of that movie once I see it. Really looking forward to it. But what did you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys not agree? Have you seen The Kingsman? Have you not? Do you have any other recommendations or suggestions of movies you want me to review on the channel? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like content like this and want to see more. Also, if you want to keep up to date, I have a Instagram, Letterboxd, and Twitch account. So if you want to see me live, definitely join me on Twitch. If you want to see what I've posted and what I've been watching, definitely follow me on Letterboxd. Just so you guys can kind of get more in on the fun. Thank you guys, as always, for stopping by. I appreciate you always, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.